Hey, welcome to ManKitchenRecipes. I am Kevin, and today we're doing a smoke with some smoking pecan wood pellets. Yep, smoking pecan. If you have not tried these yet, you have got to try these. These are made from pecan shells into pellets, 100% pecan shells. All right, now, let's do a review on these because I tell you, pellets do make a difference when you're smoking with a pellet grill. And the biggest complaint with pellet grills is you don't get the smoke flavor. Well, if you use good pellets, you will. And trust me, you got to give these a try. Today I'm going to smoke pork butt in the pellet grill here, and let me get these pellets in the pellet grill, and we'll get started. All right, so I've got just under an 8-pound pork butt here. And I've got my pellet grill warming up. I put fresh pellets, fresh Smokin Pecan Pellets. And like I said, those pellets really add a really good smoky flavor. So I decided to do a pork butt with it. Now, when I do pork butts for pulled pork or whatever, I don't cook them whole anymore. I cut them up into pieces. They cook half the time. So I'm looking at probably 5 to 6 hours, probably a 5-hour cook. Sometimes it's done in 4. But, you know, I don't need a whole 8 pounds of pulled pork. It's probably 6 pounds after you get the bone out and everything. But I don't need that much pulled pork. So what I'm going to do today, let me wipe my hands off of that sticky pork, is I'm going to cut this. The bone comes down right there. So I'm going to cut this starting at the bone for this section over here. And try to follow the bone down a little bit. See if I can get a nice chunk out of here. Okay. Okay. So there's one good chunk there. There's a little piece of bone here I want to cut out. Okay. And for this piece here, the bone's here, the bone's here. So I'm going to see if I can't get a chunk out right here. Whoops. Okay, so there's a nice chunk. And I wonder if I can come down a little bit. That might be too thin. Because there's a piece of meat right here on top of that, right on top of the bone. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and separate it. Okay, and the bone is right here. So this piece is almost all bone, but there's meat on it, so that piece is going to be left whole. Okay, I have this piece, this piece. I'm going to go ahead and cut off a piece of this. I'm going to keep a longer portion here. I'm going to use that for sandwiches. I'm going to deli-thin slice this once it's smoked up, and that's going to make some great sandwiches. And another thing too is by cutting it, if you got a pork butt, if you have a boneless, that's great. If you can cut it into 4 or 5 pieces, you get bark on all pieces. So you're going to get more smoke in each piece, and your pulled pork is going to be fantastic. All right, so I'm going to season these up. I'm going to use salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, and paprika on the pulled pork section, and then I'm going to use this Killer Hogs brisket rub on the part for my slicing. I'm going to go a little heavy on that one. Okay, I am going to be using my meat sticks today just to keep a temp on these, especially this one here that I only want to take to about 165 to 170. And then the other one, it's not really necessary, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in. It's just the Chef X Mini. I'll put it in this piece right here. It's one of the bigger pieces. The one with the bone, there's not really a good place to put it in. So, all right, so we'll just do that. And we'll get them out on the pellet grill. All right, I got my pellet grill running at 250 degrees with the Smokin Pecan Pellets. And I have them on this rack here just to make it easier to move them around if I need to. If later on, if I need to switch them all around, I can just turn this however I want. Feet side up. All right, so that one's going to be for my slices. The rest is going to be pulled pork. So again, Smokin Pecan Pellets. If you have not tried them, they're fantastic. All right, let these go probably 2 to 3 hours, and then we may end up wrapping the pulled pork and letting that one go to 165 to 170. All right, it's been 3.5 hours, and we are stalling out at 164. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get these wrapped up in some foil, let them go for another 1.5 hours or so, or 2 hours, whatever it takes. I'm not going to put any liquid in with this. Okay, I think I'm gonna get all 3 of the smaller ones in one foil wrap, and then I'll wrap this separate and this separate. This one here will be the sliced. Okay, there's the 3 smaller ones. All right, here's the one with the bone. Right, and this is the one for slices. This one here we're going to take up to about 170, 175, something like that. We're going to let these go till they're pull tender. Okay, we'll be back. They are. This is at 180, and these are over 200. So I'm going to get these off and let them rest for a little bit. All right. Let's get that. This is the pulled pork, the little bits. I'm going to pull out the fat pieces that were in there. And that's one thing about when you pull the pork with your gloves on, you can pick out all the stuff that you don't want. Look at that. It's got a pretty good smoke ring on it, doesn't it? All right, this is that Smokin Pecan. I'm going to take a taste right now. Definitely has the smoky flavor, I'll tell you. And I got lots of bark because I did 4 different pieces. So I'm going to get all of this shredded up for my pulled pork. And I'll do a taste. I'm letting my sliced pork is going to cool, and I'll slice it up and make a sandwich. That'll be in tomorrow, but I'll show you that sliced pork because, like I said, we don't always want a ton of pulled pork. So if you separate it and make some sliced pork with your pulled pork, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Let me get this shredded up. We'll be right back. There it is, all smoked up. Smoked up. There it is, all pulled. And yes, the bone came out clean. I'm just going to add some more of this Texas brisket, salt, pepper, garlic to it. No barbecue sauce. Okay. Let's do a taste of this. Look at that. Look at all the bark I got in here. That's from doing the extra pieces. You just get extra bark. All right, let's taste this. All right, so I had to move it inside. It is pouring rain out there. We've had some really beautiful days. Now we got some rain. It wasn't raining when I started all of this. And I started all of this because of Smokin Pecan. They sent me some of their Smokin Pecan pellets. So I figured I would do a pork butt to show off how great these Smokin Pecan pellets are. If you haven't tried them, I'll leave a link. I know they do sell it in some stores around the country, but not where I live. I have to buy it online. There's my pulled pork, and here is my, this is going to be my sliced pork. I'll slice it up and make a sandwich out of it, and we'll do a taste test of that tomorrow, but in this video. For right now, I'm going to take a taste of this delicious looking pulled pork. I mean, I got lots of bark. I still got that stupid fingernail. That's from my what we thought were my bedroom to bathroom renovation that I'm doing. It's been there for a long time. Anyway, nice bark, nice smoke ring. That's got a nice smoke ring. Look at that. Look at that smoke ring on there. If you can ignore my finger. Anyway, Smokin Pecan, made from pecan shells. Makes tons of smoke. I don't know if you noticed when I opened up that the pellet grill, all the smoke coming out of it. It's just amazing. They're really, really good pellets. I gotta tell you, I love pulled pork. But if you want pulled pork and you want smoky flavor, obviously I highly recommend Smokin Pecan, and not because they sent it to me. Like I've tried it before. Good stuff. And when I slice this up on camera, hopefully you'll be impressed by how good it is. All right. So next time you see me, we'll be slicing up that sliced pork. And it's still a lot of pulled pork for just me and Elizabeth. And then I'm going to have a bunch of slices to make sandwiches. So I'll see you in a second. Like that, it's 24 hours later. It's not quite 24 hours, but it's the next day. Here's the piece of pork butt that I smoked just for slicing to make sandwiches. Looks beautiful, incredible. Let's slice it up. All right, let's wrap this up. There you go, deli-thin sliced pork butt. I'm not going to make a sandwich today. We're going to dinner in about an hour and a half. And I also forgot to get a nice roll at the store when I went there. But if you're doing a pork butt, if you don't think you're going to eat all the pulled pork, cut a piece off, make the sliced pork. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than this, especially when you're making sandwiches. Let me give it a taste. Even cold. Even cold is very delicious. And I'll tell you what, if you're smoking something in your pellet grill, let it sit overnight till the next day. You get even more of a smoky flavor. Once again, Smokin Pecan, smokinpecan.com. No G, not smoking, smoking. I'll leave the link below. Check these out, give them a try. I sure enjoy them, and I like the smoky flavor that it gives to this pork butt. The pulled pork was amazing. It was done perfect. The flavor, just everything about it was so good. I'm gonna make a lot of sandwiches with this. Thanks for checking this out. Check out Smokin Pecan. I hope you have a great day.